Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? Wow, you came to the right program. And good thing you did. 13 reasons that this could save your life. And let me just tell you right now, I couldn't believe it. This is it's been a survey was done, actually a complete medical research done on this. Time magazine has brought it forth and published it. 13 reasons tea. Tea? Are you serious? 13 reasons tea could save your life. So I thought, go get the expert of all tea. Go get Ronnie McMullen and have him help us understand the benefits, I guess. Because you know how I drink my coffee. I love my coffee. Are you serious? I love my coffee. Well, Ronnie, great to have you with us today. 13 reasons tea could save our lives. Are you serious?
How you doing, Pastor? And yes, 13 reasons why tea can help you, make you feel better. And I've been trying to say this. Seriously.
Yes, you have. You've been telling people. You're very serious about it. And that's what the report is saying. It's saying there's 13 different reasons that tea would really help you. And I mean, I know for sure that when I drink your tea, getthetea.com, when I drink it, besides, just flushing out all these toxins in my body, it's an energy boost for sure. You definitely feel better. Is it because the toxins are on my body, or am I getting a boost in other ways?
Well, it's like this. If you put, let's just use salt. If you put salt in your gas tank, what do you think would happen to your car?
It would mess it up. It would shut it down.
Or it wouldn't run very good.
No, it'd bog it down bad.
So if you remove the salt, and it'd probably destroy the engine. But if you remove the salt, and before it ever got to the engine, whatever, and cleaned it all out, would it run good? And the answer is yes. So point being is toxins and garbage and chemicals and all the stuff that we have from all over the world, basically when that gets in our body, it bogs us down. It's like, that's not even counting like weight or anything like that, but just the toxins, just the chemicals that think about this. Most people don't realize this. You should go shampoo your hair. Do you realize what you're doing? You're throwing chemicals in your hair. How about if you wash yourself with a bar of soap? If that soap's not organic and all this, then guess what? You're putting chemicals, because when you're taking a shower or a bath, 60% of that, whatever is on you, is going right into your body. So we don't really realize all the chemicals. Oh, we always use soap to wash our dishes, right? So we put some soap in the water and wash it. Chemicals. So all of this gets into our body, and it bogs us down. We're not supposed to have chemicals like that.
But Ronnie, no, wait a minute. Whenever I take a shower, you're telling me my body's absorbing 60% of the chemicals?
Absolutely. So let's just say you have fluoridated water, which most of us out there do, unless we have filters and all that kind of stuff. Even if you have a filter at your sink, you're still going to get it in the shower. So here you're trying to get this good water that you're drinking, and yet when you take a shower, 60% is going into your body through your cells. So it's kind of interesting. We don't realize what's going on. So if you have fluoridated water, the fluoride's going in your water, even if you're not drinking it. Even if you have a filter at your kitchen, you're still getting the fluoride in the water, and they know that. So that's why I went and put a whole water system in my house so that basically I don't get any of that stuff. But this is how we're being bombarded. Well, the tea will cleanse you of this stuff and take it out of your body. So then you're like, be bogged down. Now you drink the tea, boom, you're good to go. And it's the ongoing cycle. That's why I say when people say, oh, I'll buy a month, I'll try that. That's really good. They drink a month, they go, wow, that's really great. I feel good. Never buy it again. I'm like, you can't do that. You know, I had filtered water yesterday. What'd you have today? Oh, toxic water. You got to keep drinking it.
So consistency is so important, folks.
Huge.
Well, now there's 13 things that could save our lives from tea, just from drinking tea. And number one, it says it will increase our exercise endurance. In other words, we'll be able to endure, we'll get stronger endurance and stamina just from drinking tea. And number two, it would reduce the risk of heart attacks. How can that be, Ronnie?
Well, I'm not sure how the green tea or the white tea works, but anytime you're cleansing your body, your heart is kind of one of the strongest muscles and one of the weakest, all in the same. So it doesn't take much for the heart. It's kind of a delicate muscle, a delicate organ. So basically, when you have stuff, chemicals, whatever that's going on, it can bog it down. Just like too much hot sauce in your food, you're not going to eat it as fast.
Right. And so if you're getting this stuff cleansed out of your body, and obviously it's cleansing your blood as well, I mean, it has to be. It must be helping it at least some degree. Number 3 of the 13 things that tea does to save your life is it's just like you've been saying, antitoxins, but the report says it fights cancer like breast cancer, colon, skin, lungs, esophagus, stomach, and on, that it fights it. And I guess the reason it fights is because antitoxin removal.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, when you're talking about my tea, which has herbs in it as well, it goes after stuff like it protects your kidneys, your colon, your liver, and definitely that's all going to help you with your heart. So it's so important, and this is why I just really, please believe me kind of idea. It's not just about selling tea. It's about, getting health. It's so important to cleanse, and it's so important to keep it going, not just one time, not just 2 times. I mean, I have people that have been with me for 10 years drinking the tea month after month. And you know what they say? More tea. So that keeps them alive. They're not going to the hospital all the time. They're not going to urgent care all the time. So, that says a lot.
And it's soothing. Let's just be honest. I mean, it's soothing. And no wonder the British, every afternoon at 4 o'clock, it's tea time. And I know even when I was in India, 4 o'clock, it was tea time. Okay. But you sit down, you have a cup of tea. Usually you have a little conversation. So maybe there's more to it than just the chemical detoxing and helping the oxygen flow. That's number 4, helps the oxygen flow. And number 5, it hydrates, even though it does have caffeine, where coffee dehydrates, tea hydrates. But is it also maybe just this fact that you take your time, you sit down, you drink the tea, you have conversation. Maybe the socialization, the soothing is part of this.
Well, you're kind of onto something, Pastor. First of all, I want to say my tea does not have caffeine. And the reason is because it's an herbal drink. It has tea in it. Yes, it does. And it has white and green tea. But it's such a low amount that it doesn't even register on, I'll call it the Richter scale. But it doesn't register that it has caffeine. So my tea has no caffeine. But going back to, sipping tea and feeling better, 85% of our diseases are linked to something emotional. Okay?
Okay.
So people don't realize that, like, let's use it, some people, they'll go on a diet and all of a sudden they start getting depressed. They're actually eating better, but they're depressed. And you go, well, I wonder why that is. Because the food is comfort. So in other words, they're used to having maybe a piece of pie with friends or family. Hi, how are you? So it goes back to what you were saying. When you're drinking tea or having a little biscuit or something with your tea, that's what they do in London. There's a mood that goes on. There's an emotional connection that goes on that's a positive one. Where if you're just eating salad after salad after salad, pretty soon you're like, I can't take it anymore. I got to have a steak. It's that kind of thing. So there is an emotional connection with tea. And I can say that with your coffee. You love your coffee. What if I said, okay, Pastor, I'm going to take your coffee away for 3 days?
No.
See what I'm saying? You'd be like, no. Why? You actually could do away with the coffee. That's not that big a thing.
No.
But what's going on is the emotional connection to the coffee. That's the killer.
And something, I could replace the coffee with GetTheTea.com. I mean, I drink GetTheTea.com. And folks, this is Ronnie McMullen from GetTheTea.com. Why not? I mean, if you're going to find 13 reasons to save your life from drinking tea, go get the main man. Go get the expert. Go get Ronnie McMullen from GetTheTea.com. And you might say, Pastor Begley, you're telling me I'm not done with the list yet. There's 13 things. You're telling me there's 13 reasons I should drink tea, and I don't even like tea. Well, Brock, put it back up there. Then you can go to GetTheTea.com and get right there. Get D365. has everything in it that the tea has, but you don't have to drink it, okay? So, but you're right, the emotional part of this. You take away my coffee, I'd have to just constantly get the tea then, because I like that emotional connection. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people who watch me every day say they didn't even like coffee, and then, you know, because I drink it, now they're drinking it. So maybe I should just change it to get the tea.
Well, here's a tip, too, for people, because there's a lot of people out there that have drank the tea, they're drinking the tea, that we're just trying to kind of tag the people that haven't got there yet. So a lot of people go, you know, we drink the tea cold, that's how it's all put together on the directions. Did you know, I love these kind of things, did you know if you drink the tea warm, it's more powerful?
Really?
Yes.
And reason of that, Ronnie, is it just gets into the bloodstream quicker? Is that part of it?
Actually, it has a little bit to do with Eastern medicine, but basically your body is at, what is it, 98.5, something like that, 96 point something, right in that 96, 98 degree temperature is where your body sits. And all of a sudden you throw 40-degree drink, doesn't matter what it is, whether it's ice water or iced tea or ice, you know, whatever. Your body goes into a shock, and your organs actually they decline because you're shocking your body. It's kind of like if I went in and say, hey, Pastor, and I threw a bucket of ice water on you.
Yeah.
You'd be,
yeah, I'd be gapping, yeah.
Well, you know, would you die? Not at all. You know, are you going to go to the hospital? Never. But does it feel good? No.
No.
So
Okay.
that's kind of how the kicker is so the herbs go in cold. They work, but they work better, okay? The car runs better on high-octane fuel. So the body works better on a warm drink.
Wow. Okay, now...
Think about the old days. Remember the old days? And when I say old days, I'm giving away my age. The old days, if you had a stomach problem, what did you do at night? Your mother would say, drink a little bit of...
Warm milk, warm milk.
There it is. Did she say, go drink a big glass of cold milk?
No, she brought me warm milk and cookies.
Yep. Because why? Soothe your stomach.
Ronnie, okay, now I know, because I was preaching up in Canada 2 weeks ago. It's 96 degrees in Toronto. Their air conditioning wasn't working good. The place was packed out. I'm just preached for an hour. I've sweated through the suit. And what the Jamaicans do, they make you sit down and they bring you a hot bowl of soup. You have to do it every time. I'm like, what? But really, it was better for me. There's no doubt about that. It had to be.
Because it'll cool you down.
Yeah. Ronnie, number 6, lower the risk of Parkinson's disease. And this is important to me because my mother has Parkinson's. She has for the last 5 years. And I'm going to try to encourage her to drink tea.
Wow.
I don't know why it would lower the risk to Parkinson's, but this is what the report is saying. Do you have any idea on that?
I don't. I've never heard any of that, so it's news to me, and I'll just stick the feather in my cap.
And here's another one. I didn't expect tea to help us, but according to the survey, according to the research done on this, tea fights off UV rays, okay? Tea fights off UV rays. I don't know the chemical makeup and the reason for that.
I don't either, so I'm learning with you. You keep going.
Okay, so more and more reasons to get the tea.com as we go. Here's one you probably do know. It says that if you drink tea, it will speed up your metabolism.
Yes, I knew that one. Yeah. And think about this. Our little tagline on Get the Tea, we have a new tagline, which I absolutely love. In fact, we're actually going to be having stickers out. So if you want a sticker for Get the Tea, you just write me and tell me or email me, and we'll be glad to send you one. But it basically says, Get the tea that makes you go. Now, there's 2 things that's kind of cool about that, because it does make you go, which means to the bathroom. And the second thing is it makes you go because it gives you energy. So it's really kind of a cool thing. So the tea that makes you go.
Really cool. That is really cool. And folks, you know what? You could always call. You might say, wow, I don't even know about this tea. Maybe this is the first time you've ever watched and heard about getthetea.com. You can also call this number, 908-308-0408. Let's say it together. 908-308. No, that's 928. Excuse me, 928-308-0408. It's on the screen there. So you can always call in about your orders. And Ronnie does more than just tea. I mean, getthetea.com, but Ronnie, tell them you've got a lot more things to help people with their supplement of their diet.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. We got a diabetic tea coming around the corner. I've got a minerals that's going to be multi-mineral that's going to be over the top. But, do we have, 4,000 different things? No, we don't. We specialize in things to help your body do certain things. So that's kind of where my goal is. I will never have every vitamin that's ever out there. That's not my goal. But king of detox, king of cleanse, and hopefully we're going to have something that really rocks the people with blood glucose issues. We'll have a great support there. So we're very excited. And then, of course, Allison, man, I can't talk enough good about Allison, but I can get in trouble if I tell it what it really does.
Well, you mentioned diabetes. This is number 9 on this list of 13 things that can save your life if you drink tea. Number 9 is it will seriously makes a major difference in lung cancer for people who are smokers or who have quit smoking. Let's say you were a 20-year smoker and you quit and you haven't smoked for 10 years. You still got the residue in the system. Yep. And your risk of lung cancer dramatically drops if you drink tea, Ronnie.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
And it must be because the tea is antitoxin. It's pulling everything out of you. It's sucking it out of there. Got to get it out of there. Number 10. It will help prevent type 2 diabetes. The percentages are off the charts if you drink tea, the lower percentage chance of type 2 diabetes. Is there a reason for that, Ronnie?
I don't know. Probably just getting the toxins, because diabetes, they always say, oh, diabetes, sugar, and that's what we're taught. Diabetes really doesn't have anything to do with sugar. It's an immune response, and something's wrong. So what we're having is a lot of the pharmaceutical companies will kind of treat the symptoms of your high blood sugar, and they'll lower your blood sugar. But if you ever notice, if you come off your medicine or come off whatever you're using, your blood sugar will skyrocket right back up again. And that's because we're not treating the cause. So quite honestly, by going to the immune system and cleansing everything, the shot of getting better strengthens.
So it makes sense again, because once again, it's all about, and because look at the food. We got the GMOs. We're eating all this food with all of this. We don't even know what all's in the food no more. Okay, it has so many preservatives, a shelf life of 20 years. I mean, a guy took a Big Mac and set it on a shelf for 12 years, and they pulled it out, and it didn't mold. What? I mean, how does it just, Ronnie?
I know. It's absolutely disgusting. And this is the stuff we put in, if you talk about meats, if we put meats in our body, okay, it takes 72 hours for it to dissolve and to break down before it goes out the other end. So that's a long time. And if any of it gets stuck in the whole digestive tract, then it rots and turns to a poison. And then what do you get? So this is why it's really important to have a lot of fiber, make sure you cleanse. I say cleanse, so to do cleansing, because you don't want that stuff in your gut. And again, all disease starts in your gut.
And so, Ronnie, again, that's another reason to drink the tea. And look at this, folks. Monthly specials. Ronnie's got Super Tea Plus 8 Element. He's got a Super Tea Plus Allison Advance. Tell us a little bit about these products, Ronnie.
So Allison Advanced is great for your blood pressure support. I think I said that right. And if you just don't feel like having the flu or a cold all the time, which, they say, oh, yeah, that's only in the wintertime. No, it's not. It's year-round. Haven't you ever heard of a summer cold? So basically, you probably won't have too many problems if you're taking Allison, and obviously the tea. Notice that my specials always have tea and something else. Never is something else, or very rarely is it something else. It's always tea and something. It's not about moving more products, it's about getting people on the tea. Because why? Cleanse. Because why? Because everything that you've been talking about, Pastor.
And so I'll go on down the list, because I promised folks I would give you the 13 things that could save your life if you drink tea. And number 11 is, it says it will really help the health of your skin. Now, I'm not sure why other than just antitoxins, but maybe there's more to this, Ronnie.
Well, the skin gets dried out, and sometimes when we are out of balance in our body, we are dehydrated, okay? So it's really important to hydrate, okay? And here's a good thing for you, Pastor. I'm just going to throw it your way because you'll need this. They've had big studies for a long time that coffee will dehydrate you. Actually, there's brand new studies out on coffee. Not that we're trying to sell coffee here, but I needed to do this for Pastor. So anyway, they have new studies out for coffee, and coffee actually will hydrate you. This is what they found out lately, and not dehydrate you. So
Yes!
At least your cup of coffee, you're going to be good to go.
All right.
But
that's just another reason that coffee drinking is okay. I mean, I've been trying to tell people this for years, but I always did hear it would dehydrate you, but you're just helping me. So tea and coffee.
caffeine will kill you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I had to take the wind out of his sail. No, I'm just kidding. You can have decaf, but that's kind of not the greatest either. Anyway.
Yeah. If I'm going to do
So-
that, I'm just going to strictly go to tea.
Let's go
So,
to tea.
yeah.
Let's just do tea.
yeah. Okay. So anyway, it is a good reason why that would help your skin health, would be you'd be better hydrated if you drink tea. Number 12, bone density. I'm not sure why.
I think, again, back into the balance, and I'm not a doctor, but back into the balance. When our body is balanced at the level with our organs and everything else, then everything starts functioning right, okay? Disease is because there's a problem. This goes back to the 85% of people have some kind of emotional issue that causes the disease. If you have angry and unforgiveness and all this, you are going to get sick. It's not maybe, you will get sick. It's just when. So these are huge things. So balance is really important. I think when your balance of your body and your immune system is going right, the chances of getting disease are probably very slim.
So again, folks, Ronnie McMullen, getthetea.com, helping us understand how to live healthier. The tea is so important. I'm going to give you number 13. Number 13, it says it will definitely, by a large percentage, increase brain health.
Yay!
That's why
Cleansing.
That's why you're so smart, Ronnie. I mean, it's definitely what's going on. Drinking the tea.
What's my name again? No.
Now, Ronnie,
Let me tell you something real quick, too, is on my tea, because it's an herbal formula, one of the things that it helps with is parasites. And parasites, we always think that if we go to Mexico, Latin America, a really good chance of getting parasites. And there's truth in that. Did you know there's a ton of parasites that goes on in our own country? Okay? So, and a parasite is like a little bug that stays in you and eats at you and eats at all kinds of stuff in you. Not good. Tapeworms, we can go on. I don't want to gross people out. So the tea helps cleanse so that you cleaning, all those parasites aren't in you anymore. It's a great reason.
Now, Ronnie, you've also come out with some new products. I mean, you've got the pomegranate. Tell them a little bit about the pomegranate tea.
Same super tea as the super tea, except it's got a little bit of flavoring, a little bit of stevia, so it's kind of a sweet tea, and it's pomegranate flavoring. And we're just around the corner to bring another tea coming out. Very excited about it, and it will be a peppermint tea. Oh. So it's going to be super tea, but with a peppermint flavor. So I'll make sure that when I get the packages, Pastor, you get one of the first ones.
I really want that, and I can tell you, I guarantee you my wife is going to love it, because she has her little garden on the patio there, and where she has some mint, and every day she pinches a little bit of that mint off, and she brings it in, either puts it in her water or in her tea. So if you have a peppermint tea coming out, oh, that's going to be great. I want to get one of the first packages of that. And I think the folks that are watching right now will want to get that as well. I mean, that's going to be really soothing. Is it going to be a hot tea or a cold?
It's going to be just like the super tea. You do it cold, but you can do it hot. Either way you want to go. And remember, when you drink the tea hot or warm, You just don't want to drink the main formula. You want to make sure you add the gallon of water, so on and so forth. But if you take the concentrate and drink that, you could be in trouble. But drink it warm. You'd be surprised how much stronger it is. I bet you, taking a guess, probably 25% stronger if you drink it warm.
You know, and I love it, and I do love when I drink, get the tea, and then we will warm it up because you can run it actually through the coffee maker even, okay? Or you can just warm it up on the stove if you want. But once you've mixed it with the gallon, okay, once you've done it properly. What's really cool though, Ronnie, is during the winter time, it's cold outside, the fireplace is on, get a cup of tea. Perfect. So it's okay to mix. Are you all right with putting the lemon in there and the honey, maybe even?
Lemon and honey, you just mentioned two of the most beautiful things that are natural. Lemon will bring you alkaline, so always want to have hot lemon is very good. And honey is like an antiseptic. So, just as long as you don't go nuts, so if you're a diabetic or something, you got to be careful. But you're actually, as sweet as honey is, it'll take your blood sugars up, but they'll come down that much quicker. So it's because I guess it's God's sugar, you might say. A little bit of honey is good, but the lemon will bring you alkaline, which is really good for your body, which goes back to what I was talking about with balance. So those two things in your tea, beautiful.
And Ronnie, tell them what else you have folks. You can go to getthetea.com. That's www.getthetea.com. How about that Apple Cider Plus?
The Apple Cider Plus is wonderful because Apple Cider Plus is basically apple cider vinegar, and then we have a little bit of coral calcium in there. A lot of people are kind of calcium deficient. So the Apple Cider Plus, which basically is apple cider vinegar, it's really kind of cool because a lot of people want the benefits of, and you should look it up, the benefits of apple cider vinegar. It is,
oh yeah,
it's wild how many things it does. But let's just go back. So a lot of people like it, but to take like a teaspoon or a little bit in water, they're like, oh, I can't take it. I just can't take it. So guess what? We put it in pill form. You throw a couple of pills and drink them down. And you won't have that effect of, oh my gosh, oh, sour, ooh, that vinegary taste. You won't have that, but you'll have all the benefits of that. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, it is, and I agree with you. If you ever get a sore throat, folks, if you gargle with apple cider vinegar, it will literally kill any bacteria that gets in there. I'm telling you, it's tremendous. And what Ronnie's done here is put this in pill form. He's right. It's hard to gargle apple cider vinegar. I mean, it's hard to do that. But now that he's got it in pill form, this is wonderful, wonderful. What else, Ronnie, do you have that you would recommend to our listeners today?
Well, I got to be careful how I say it, but the special is tea with Eighth Element. Well, Eighth Element is cordyceps. Cordyceps are mushrooms. And if you look that up, what that does for the body, it just goes to town. And cordyceps are worker bees. So if you got things wrong with you, they go and detect it, find it, and fix it. And of course, Allison's very much like that too. Same thing. They go and they find. I call them little scouts. They scout out your body, and they find things that are wrong, and they fix them, or they get rid of them. It's kind of like, what do you got? What are you doing here? Oh, I'm doing nothing. It looks like you're going to steal something. You're out of here. Get them out of here. That's kind of what our herbs are doing. So it's kind of cool. But cordyceps and Allison, both of those, and they're specials, so it's great.
And you got grape seed, and you got the grape seed, and you've also got the bilberry. Tell them about those.
And astaxanthin, and all three of those are about eyesight. So if you want to sharpen up some eyesight a little bit, and really good. Astaxanthin is probably at the top of the list, and then grape seed and bilberry are right there. They're very good, and so those are all for eyesight. Again, targeting certain things to help support, and vision is huge. I mean, it's huge. So you go after things to help people because they want to do it naturally. They don't necessarily want to be on the pharmaceutical trade.
And I really believe the natural thing is really the biblical way. I mean, not that people don't need some medications, certainly, and medications did come from, the different herbs and things. I mean, that's how it was originally being made. Now, a lot of this stuff is synthetic today, but that's different. But I really think the biblical thing, I think God really intended us to be able to, eat from the fruit of the ground, and the medicines that come from that. It's all part of the natural process, isn't it, Ronnie?
Absolutely. In fact, you'll find this interesting. You probably already know about it, but a lot of the bad guys, we'll call them, are trying to shut down the information on nutrition. What? Now, I thought this was interesting. Nutrition, if you were to go to a nutritionalist and get help, and let's say you had a disease, they could help you and probably, I can say this because I'm not that, so they could probably cure many things. So because there's a lot of cures in what you eat and how you eat, they basically are trying to shut down stuff so that people can't know what to eat or how to eat or anything like that. They want it hush hush because that would ruin the pharmaceutical trade.
Again, we're back to a little sick, a little better, a little sick, a little better. How about a cure? Be nice. And I think you've brought it up many times that ask your doctor next time he prescribes something, does this cure me? How long do I have to take this and I'm cured? Right. And watch his face turn 3 shades of gray.
Yep. And there are a few things that they'll say, take this for 4 weeks and then you'll be good to go. There's but if you ever notice those things, those items, whatever they are from clear back, 40s, 50s, 60s, because that was earlier when they were actually trying to help people and so on and so forth. They haven't found a cure for the common cold.
And I doubt they ever will. They can't come up with a cure for the common cold. They can't cure, the flu.
No, because there's too much money in cold medicine, flu medicine.
And I'm going to tell you something, Ronnie. I sat through a guy at a speech at a seminar who works for the CDC, and he said, it's not a question if we're going to have a pandemic, bird flu epidemic. It's a question of when we're going to have it, and it's going to kill. He said it could kill 20% of the people of the world. It's just they're now saying they're 3 mutations away where bird flu will start spreading from people to people. Right now, it's just the bird to people, but we're 3 mutations away. Not good, Ronnie.
You know what I say? I won't even touch me. It won't even touch me. 1, I'm a man of faith, but 2, the man of faith is guided to say, I will have my Allison. I'll be taking my Allison and drinking my tea. It'll never touch me. And I firmly believe that. I mean, something like a nuclear holocaust, it's a different ballgame. There's not too many things natural or in the pharmaceutical industry that is going to save you. But when it comes to like a flu, something, even though that flu might have been created by man, I do believe that if I was taking the Allison, there's no way it would touch me. And that's just me. I'm not saying that as a truth. I'm saying that as a belief.
Well, faith is huge. Faith is big. The Bible tells us by his stripes we are healed. And a merry heart maketh like a medicine. Well, you won't have a merry heart, folks, if you don't have faith. And so, Ronnie, drink a little tea, have a little faith, get a little Allison. I think you're going to be all right. And
that's right.
Folks,
we're going to be alive to help people, dang it.
That's right. That's right. Folks, go to his website. It's getthetea.com. That's www.getthetea.com, or call the number 928-308-0408. Isn't it great? Again, 928-308-0408. Getthetea.com. And Ronnie will help you with all of your health supplement needs there, and surely you can get the tea. Ronnie, it's been a pleasure having you on the air again with us today. It's just, again, always a joy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And make sure that when you order from us that you let us know that Pastor Paul was at the front of this thing, because I like him. I like to know. So I appreciate everybody. You can just put in the little box, heard it from Pastor Paul. I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Ronnie. God bless you. Folks, been a great program today, and I'll see you next time right here.